Well, new tonight, more than 250,000 Nevadans could have difficulty paying their rent in the near future. New research paints a grim picture. 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen is live now to show you what those numbers mean. Jeremy, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you, Jackie. And when it comes to the pandemic, as well as the ensuing unemployment, a lot of people are asking questions like, how are we going to pay our rent? And based on the numbers on the research from the Guinn Center, you could see right over here, the number of Nevadans that could potentially struggle to pay rent could be well into the hundreds of thousands. How to pay rent? The question has been on the minds of many tenants during the pandemic. Research from the Guinn Center paints a concerning picture showing between 272,000 and 327,000 Nevadans could struggle paying their rent by September of this year, when the state's residential eviction moratorium is lifted.
It isn't surprising that because of cash flow issues that we would see something like this, but the numbers are still quite high.
Meredith Levine, the director of economic policy at the Guinn Center, says low-income and people of color are some of the most vulnerable. That's because people of color make up a big part of the local hospitality industry, which has been hit hard financially by the pandemic. She explains the cash flow issue comes in different forms, from unexpected medical expenses or benefits from sources like unemployment insurance being delayed or not enough.
There's been a backlog, issues with that, with old legacy systems that haven't been available for processing.
The Guinn Center suggested some short-term actions for lawmakers to consider, such as suspending late fees on rent and establishing a mediation program for tenants and landlords. It's something Attorney Thomas Fell says is a good idea. He is already seeing landlords and tenants make deals.
Everyone seems to be aware of the crisis this pandemic has caused, whether it's the unemployment, the shutdowns, and everything about it.
Levine says the center's report could compel lawmakers to take action.
But certainly there might be an opportunity with the illumination of this potential crisis to address that as a policy concern.
Now, the moratorium on the residential evictions is slated to last until the end of August, whereas the moratorium on commercial evictions was lifted at the beginning of this month. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.